Just getting set up here, so I figured I'd give you at least something pretty to look at while I'm setting up. And how's everybody doing? All right, got my drink. Oh, I need my paints. Gotta put a few of these paints out of the way, bear with me. I realize that I have a massive buildup of paints. All right, paints and paints. Ready to jump in. Okay, so we're gonna do. Hey, how you doing, Patty? How's it going? All right. So we are going to put some top swoops, our final top swoops, on I was just thinking, I wonder if instead of using white, if I should use this really pale metallic. I think I'm going to. We're going to switch this up. How was your day today? Hope you had a good day. All right. Okie dokie. So, we're going to put the final touches on this one. And then we're going to keep working on this one. I'm going to cover this one with a bunch of these little guys all over the mug. Make it look like it's snowing. And I'll create a couple different designs, hopefully. Hopefully I will. But that's this color in the middle, this kind of icy teal blue. So I think I'm actually going to use that on this one. So I did some white top dots on it already, but I'm just going to put this color over top of it. So, oh, I'm so glad. Yay! That's awesome. It's fun, isn't it? It blew me away how easy it was to implement and how big of an effect that it had. Like it's really such a simple little technique that just has such a big impact. And when I first learned it, I'm like, oh my God, my mind is blown. Oh, hi Zumafu, I'm doing good, honey. Love, how are you? I hope you guys are doing well. Oh, sorry. Keep banging the table and making it shake. Sorry. You're sick? Oh no. Oh, I hope you feel better soon. Are you trying to get as much rest as you can? Make sure you don't get dehydrated, get lots of fluids in you. Oh, I'm still shaking the table all over the place. Sorry, you guys. I am using multi-surface acrylic paints. They're specifically designed for painting on surfaces like ceramic and glass. Oh, you're welcome, Zumafu. Sending you lots of love and healing energy. So these paints cure to be top shelf dishwasher safe as well. I'm just going to turn my camera a little bit. And let's see here. Okay, so I'm going to go over top of the white with this icy, icy blue instead. This is the mug from day 11's card pull, which the prompt was gratitude. This looks like gratitude to me. So we're going to just add some oomph to it. Oh, you're most welcome, Zumafu. So you can always do this, right? Just because you put down white top dots first doesn't mean you have to stick with it. You just want to make sure you get paint that covers it all the way. Right, so it's a little bit more of a subtle glow with this lighter blue now. Right? Very subtle difference compared to the bright, and I think that that's actually going to work in our favor on this one. I think the subtlety is going to be a very positive part of this one. Thank you, Lori. Oh, thank you, Kenitra. I'm trying very hard not to shake the table here. So this was day 11 of me pulling a card from my Dot Mandala Inspiration deck. I'm wildly behind because today is actually day 30, and my original intention was to do a Dot Mandala every day for 30 days, and I got so far behind. But I've got a pretty cool on-deck circle with a lot of cards to paint from that I think are going to be, some of them are going to be very challenging. Some of them are already inspiring ideas in me. So I'm looking forward to, well, I'm not going to get them done in 30 days, but I will just keep going until they get done. These 30 cards will get done. That is a guarantee. Lori, this is a nail dotting stylus tool, so it's got a little metal ball on the end. Sorry about my nasty band-aid there. Let's show you on the other hand, shall we? That's a little nicer. So it's got a little metal ball on the end. So I've got sets of these tools that have different sizes of those metal balls on each end. And I'm going to grab a different one of those now, as well as my micro dotter. Aw, thank you, Sven. How are you? It's good to see you. Oh yeah, and I smudged my signature before, so I'm going to have to take that off and redo it. I'll do that after, though. So let's see how this goes. There we go. Got a week of the kids with online school coming. Oh my goodness. I don't know how you parents are doing it. I really don't. And it's okay, Laura. You be as snoopy as you want. I'm happy to answer any questions. Can't promise I have all the answers, but I will do my best. Oh, Sven, I really don't know how you parents are doing this. I really don't. You guys should be getting some kind of vacation at the end of all of this. Time to collect yourselves and take a breath. Can't even imagine. Do your kids like the online school? You work at the school, so when they're home. Oh, that's good. You're welcome, Lori. That's really good then, Sven. Still heavy, though. Still heavy. Keep your chin up and you're going forward. It's absolutely admirable. I have no choice but to face how many ways I'm so unbelievably lucky through all of this. Especially as far as work, like you just stress load and different things to manage. It's a lot. Oh, well, that's good. I wish my son's school would go back to homeschool. Are there lots of sick kids? That's scary. I don't even know how working parents do. No, I can't even imagine how that would be. Trying to work at home while your kids are homeschooling. I can't even imagine. All right. See how it's kind of looking like they're glowing in the dark? I'm going to zoom out. We've got a few more swoops to do, and then I'll zoom out and show you this effect. And again, I apologize. I know the camera is shaking. It's actually really windy, and I'm actually feeling it. Every once in a while, the building shakes a little bit. We're up on the 8th floor. Not much, but every once in a while. Never mind the fact that every time I move, it shakes. Last year, my husband had a month at home with us. That would be very difficult, yeah. Lots of energy to burn, right? And that's got to be hard. And you want them to be able to be enthusiastic and all of that. And to have to do that in a quiet environment, that'd be really tough. Thank you, Denise. Thank you, Miss Chicky. We're just adding the last bit of dimension on this one. This one was from day 11 of my card pull from my Dot Mandela Inspiration deck. It was day 11. I'm very far behind because as far as card pulls are concerned, today is day 30. And I've been doing them out of order. And I'm very, very far behind. But this one, the prompt for this one was to paint something inspired by the word gratitude. If you've already ordered your Dot Mandela Inspiration deck, make sure, there's nothing for you need to make sure of. I'm placing the order with the manufacturer on Tuesday. So, your cards are going to be getting into your hands really, really soon. And if you haven't yet placed your order for your Dot Mandela Inspiration deck, I definitely recommend doing that before midnight on Eastern on Monday. Because I don't know when I'm going to be able to order more of this inventory. I'm hoping to get a few extra pieces and to be able to order a few extra decks when I place the order for all of the pre-orders that have already gone through, but I don't know how many that's going to be. It could be 5, it could be 10, it could be 2. I don't really know. So just keep that in mind if the Dot Mandela Inspiration deck is something on your radar. Oh, thank you, Paula. I'm going to do a few more top swoops up here, and then I'll do a zoom out and show you guys how it's looking. Thank you so much. It really made a difference, eh, Jonna? Hi, Shannon. Oh, Jan's here. Hi, Jan. All right. So let's get these swoops done. Just tiny little top swoops. So I'll get this done, and then once I am done these top swoops, we'll zoom out and I can show you how it looks, and I'll be able to come back and catch up on the comments then as well. Getting into a place where it's a little tougher to hold it here, so bear with me. So I had done originally on the original center circle, down on these dots down here in the bottom right, I had previously done a white top dot as my final top dot, but I mixed this color for a different mug, and I was just looking at it and I thought this might be the perfect top dot color. It'll still give the dimension without smacking you in the face with the white. And it feels just a little softer to me. I still get the dimension that I wanted, but it's, yeah, not quite so in your face. It's just a little softer. And for a mug inspired by the word gratitude, softness to me makes sense with that prompt. I think there's some softness in gratitude. When we practice gratitude, our body, our muscles and our tensions kind of soften up a little bit. I feel it anyway that way for me. Of course, Jason Mraz has a song called Gratitude that you know I'm going to talk about. It's a wonderful song. Lots of times where I listen to it, depending on what level my tension is at that particular point, sometimes it just brings me to tears. It's a wonderful, wonderful song to raise your energy. All right, couple more swoops and then I can show you the final product here. Dun, 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 almost. We'll do a zoom back so we can really get the full effect of it. So this particular mug is not going to be ready to ship for 3 weeks. It needs to air cure for 21 days in order to be top shelf dishwasher safe. So it is going to go onto a shelf, and it will be part of a shop restock coming up in the next week or two. But it won't be ready to ship for 3 weeks. All right, so let me scroll back, zoom out here, and let's pull this up. And there we go. I'm going to try and get some views of it without the glare. Let's see if I can't turn that away a bit. That's kind of nice, actually. That's kind of a nice view. Just enough light to see the effect of it. I'm really happy with that choice to use the other, to use this metallic blue instead of white for the top dots and top swoops. I think that it looks absolutely perfect. I'm really happy with this one. It's done. It's done. I just have to fix my signature on the bottom where I smudged it, and this mug is done. Yay. Oh, I'm so happy. So this will be part of a shop restock in a couple of weeks. It was day 11. It feels nice to cross another day off on the card pull list. For those of you who are unfamiliar, I created a dot mandala inspiration deck and challenged myself to pull a card every day for 30 days and paint a dot mandala inspired by the card I pulled. And I'm very, 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 very far behind. But this was day 11's card pulled, and it was gratitude. And I think that I like this. This embodies gratitude to me. A lot of these designs that you've seen me doing recently too are going to be the inspiration for some patterns that I'm going to be doing. So that's going to be fun too. All right, let me catch up on comments and say hello. I'll let you sit and look here at gratitude for a minute so you don't have to, stare at something completely boring while I catch up on comments a little bit here. Let me scroll back. Scroll back, scroll back, scroll back, scroll back, Jamie. Oh my goodness. All right. Lori, yes, I do. The link to my Shopify website is in my bio. Hi, Clean. How you doing? Aw, thanks, Jonna. Oh, I'm so glad you like it, Clean. One of your faves, eh? That's fantastic. The metallic paints really are spectacular. Hi, Barb. Yeah, that's wind in the background shaking. And I get nervous out here in the wind because there's so many windows in here. When it gets really, really windy, the panes rattle pretty good, and it always freaks me out. I'm like, I'm going to be sitting in here and they're all going to cave in and explode. It's pretty strong, though. Pretty rotten. Hi, Cindy. Now you gotta go listen to that song. It's a wonderful song, Sven. Gratitude by Jason Mraz. Doing good, Clean. How are you? Oh, thank you, Jennings. Thanks, Patty. Thank you, Stitcher. Thank you, Jenna. I am using multi-surface acrylic paints. Oh, Barb beat me to it. Yeah, the rose and the blue look really good, eh? Aw, thank you so much, Cindy. Are you heading out, Sven? Thank you so much for popping in. It was good to see ya. Enjoy the Jason Mraz if you listen. All right, so let's grab our other colors here. And we are going to work on this other mug. So on this other mug, we are using 3 main colors. A pearl white. Oh, thank you, Jen. How you doing? A white pearl. That looks really gross because I haven't stirred it yet. So let's fix that. Let's give it a good stir. There we go. Let me turn my light back towards me here. I'm realizing now that's the problem. Ah, let there be light. Ah, isn't that better? White pearl with a crap ton of bubbles. So when that happens, tap it on the table. Try and get some of them out of there. It's nice and noisy and offensive that way. Oh, that's awesome, Jonna. Very convenient to be able to just have Alexa play something, eh? Not a ton of time. How is it going being back at work, Jen? Does it feel good or does it feel weird? I hope it's going really well. Oh, thank you, Barb. Barb is one of my amazing friends who has agreed to help moderate when she is able to, when she's here. And Barb, I'm grateful for it. All you guys, there's a lot of friends of mine that are on these lives, you guys, that may or may not have the moderator stamp, but are likely to answer questions for you. So you can trust that when that happens in the comments. And to those friends, thank you for doing that. I really appreciate the help with all of that. I've been trying to focus on getting a lot more painting done on these lives. Normally I'm very slow because I talk too much, and I like talking with you guys. That's the hard part, but I also need to kind of boost the productivity a little bit. So we're gonna, that's one of the goals that I'm going to be working towards over the next little bit. So we are going to, I'm going to take this exact same design and we're going to create it a bunch of different ways. Okay, and we're going to just kind of randomly place them all over this mug to make it look like snowflakes. This is the card pull from day 12, And the card pull prompt is to paint something inspired by my least favorite season. My least favorite season is winter, so we'll do some icy cold looking snowflake kind of designs on this mug. I'll have to make sure I put one right over there to make sure that that little imperfection is covered up. Use your art to cover up things that are happening with what you're painting on. It really can help. So this was day 12. I haven't done all of them in order. After this one, in the on deck circle, we have day 13, and day 13 is darkness. Now, I had one potential mug that I started during one of the mug painting parties that I thought could be a potential for darkness, but it's just not giving me the vibes that I want it to. So I do have another idea, and I'm really, 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 really excited to try it out. I've actually got a couple different ideas, so I might do them both at the same time to see how they work out. But for now, least favorite season is what we are working on today. Thank you, Dory Lane. Oh no, that must be so frustrating, John. I did not have access to that music. Clean, you got to take a nap. How you doing? You all right? You have a busy day? Oh, thank you, Ray. I hope it's going really well, Jen, being back at work. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to create a couple more of this design with the blue in the center. And then we're going to add in a few others. So I think I'm going to put this, I think I'll actually do this one up here. So I'm going to try and recreate them I'm going to try and recreate them identically if I can. So this center dot was a size 23. So we're going to do that here. And then, like I said, I'm going to use this exact same design, but I'm going to use different colors for it. So on one of them, everywhere that it's blue on this one will be silver. And I'll mix up the colors and rotate that around. Oh my gosh, you're a DJ. That's so amazing. That must be so fun. Oh, that has to be hard, Clean. We're sending you so much love. Oh, I'm so sorry, honey. Yes, this is the Brainiac inspiration from Miss JMart63, Jan. Thank you for that, Jan. I'm so sorry, Clean. It's hard to watch other people go through their struggles and have to get through that. All right, so let's do this one. We're gonna have some bubbles to deal with, but that's okay. We're gonna take our time. I still don't want to get up too close to the handle because these paints are not food safe. So we want to make sure that we aren't putting the paint up close to where people are going to drink from the mugs. You like the bubble popping part? But every day is closer to a new kitten in 2 years. There you go. Oh, you must be going crazy not having it. That'll be so good, Jonna. All right, so I'll zoom in for bubble popping. Actually, I'm going to try and pop what I can here, and then we're going to spread this paint around and see. I know it's shaky. I'm so sorry, you guys. The first one came back. All right, so now I'm going to move some of the paint around, and I'm sure we'll see some other bubbles. So I'm just pushing this close to the edge. The paint's closer to the edge. It's going to dry faster. It's going to keep the paint from slipping and sliding down the mug too, quite as much. And we're going to try to get some more of these bubbles. You want to try and pop any bubbles when the paint is still wet so that it will self-level. Looks pretty good. I'll keep my eyes on it, but if there's other ones that come back, we'll catch them when we can. Oh, there's one coming up right in the middle, isn't there? Oh, not close enough to the surface yet. That's okay. All right, let me scroll back. Right? And just go pop, and actually be able to see the impression, you know, you got it. Oh, Iris is going to be a great name. Oh my gosh, Rachel, it's so fun to paint live. Pegalil, I am using a microdaughter, clay sculpture tool, scoring tool. Any of those would work for this. Oh, clean, what a wonderful. Yeah, I don't know what would happen if I hit this with flame or heat, even a heat gun. I don't know what that would do to this. Oh, I think that's wonderful clean. Yeah, and she's going to be a shining ray of light there. For sure. I have no idea about what a bead reamer is, but if it is pointy, then it should work. I used to use super sharp toothpicks, so that would work. Anything sharp and pointy should work. Make sure that you are drying off the tip of the tool before you go in and try to pop bubbles. A dry tip of a tool will break the surface tension and actually help the bubble pop. If your tool is wet, the bubble is not likely to pop very easily. Right? They're great little tools. Eva, I am painting a dot mandala on a mug. I'm painting a whole bunch of these little mandalas kind of stamped all over the place on this mug, and we're going to change up the color slightly. This is a mug that I'm painting. I have an inspiration deck that I made, and I've been pulling cards out of the inspiration deck and painting based on the prompt. And this card was... the prompt was least favorite season, and for me that is winter, so we're making this one nice and icy. So we're very much in the beginning stages here. Yeah, the heat gun makes me nervous, right? I'm always worried about cracking. Oh, you're welcome, Pegalil. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear you've been sick. I hope you feel better soon. And when you do get a chance to try it, I think it can be a lot of fun. Follow the fun with it. Let yourself explore with it. It can be very relaxing, very meditative. But just let yourself have some fun with it. Oh, I still have anxiety putting down the first center dot, and there's lots and lots of times where it takes me 4 and 5 tries to get the center dot that I want. There's been a couple of mugs that I've done where it's been 4 and 5 tries before I've been ready to move on to the next row. Happens quite often. So it's gonna look cute though. Oops, sorry, I'm not in camera. I'm gonna change my camera angle here in a few minutes. All right, so then let's see, what size did I use? Oh, so I need my silver. So I'm gonna close up my white and open up my silver, and I need to try with my tools and see what size I used that from before. Nice. Wonderful diamond painting in the back. Oh, that's wonderful, Bubbles. Oh, I hope that you feel so much better and can get back to painting soon. Six. Yes, definitely sometimes frustrating as Hades. Yeah, totally. I totally get you, Jenna, for sure. I am using some multi-surface acrylic paints from Craft Smart from Michaels. I've become a really big fan of the Craft Smart multi-surface lately. They've been a lot of fun. I like the way that I like the finish of them when they dry. And I like the consistency of them too. I've been having a lot of luck with them. Definitely not just you, Jenna, for sure. We are there with you in the club. Without a doubt. All right. So now we're going to do some walking dots. Actually, I'm going to change my camera angle here just a little bit. So if you've already ordered your Dot Mandala Inspiration deck, I am placing the order with the manufacturer on Tuesday, sorry. So if you have not yet ordered it, put your order in for the Dot Mandala Inspiration deck, and you definitely want to try, if you can, to get that in before midnight on Monday, because of that order going in with the manufacturer. And I don't know when I'm going to be ordering more inventory of it. So just keep that in the back of your minds if you haven't already ordered and if you've been waiting until it's closer to a sure thing and ready to be delivered. It's the hard part about pre-orders. I understand customers and everybody who might not want to invest in a pre-order, especially when they don't know exactly when the product is going to be ready. So I am super, super pumped to get these cards into your hands. I've been telling everybody I'm tired of playing with these by myself. I want people to play with now. So we're going to get that done this week. Yay, I know, right? It's going to be so nice. Can't wait to get these cards into your hands. Can't wait to see what you guys do with them. Oh, the wind's really howling out there now. Aw, I'm glad you think so, Jonna. Thank you. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. It comes with an invite, too, to the private Facebook group where we can kind of inspire each other and help each other out and see what everybody else is creating, maybe run some challenges and stuff. I think that'll be really fun. So it's anybody who has one of the decks will be able to join that. I'm getting very close to having my first pattern done. So that's exciting too. All kinds of fun stuff. There we go. How we're doing? Right? On the windiest corner in Canada. It does. It sounds really bad out there. It does not sound fun at all. Oh, thank you, Crazy Cat Food. How are you doing, Barb? You been busy? Gotta turn it a little bit more. There we go. One thing that I'll often do is I will look across the mandala like this to where it's supposed to be over here and try to make sure I'm pointing straight, because otherwise sometimes you can get in here and you can end up having it pointed different ways and not having them line up across from each other. So that's just another spot where you can check for a point of reference to see, am I doing this straight or not? All right, so I'm looking across the mug that way and wanting to make sure that I'm coming straight at this way so that it forms a nice line across from that other one. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do 3 in total of these little snowflakes with this color combo with the blue on the center dot. Then I'm going to do 3 with white on the center dot and just switch up the colors. And then I'll do 3 with silver as the center dot, and then I'll add in some other little bits here and there to fill up any space that we need. So it's going to be, this one's going to be a project that's going to take a little bit of time because I'm probably going to need to let it sit and dry a little bit for me to get different hand holds on it and everything to continue it on, but that's okay. Lord knows all the rest of these has taken long enough. We can take our time with this one too. I think it'll be worth it. All right. So now we're going to go over here. And I'm going to try and fill this in. Maybe just right there. Put it down here. All right, so now we've got the same size tools. And do the exact same design all over again. Oh, Jan, thank you so much for the roses. That's so kind. I'm so glad you guys like the colors. They're chilly, right? Do they look cold? Like, well, look at that. I think it looks cold and icy. I love it, though. This is so fun. All right, so let's do another one. Grabbing my size 23. Paying attention to where I have stuff painted on this other side so that hopefully I'll paint it this way. Winter teacup, right? Nice and full of nice hot tea. Thanks, guys. Thank you, Rose. Thank you, XKO. Thanks, Jan. Thanks, Crazy Cat Food. I'm so glad you like it, XKO. Thank you. Nothing like a good hot cup of tea on a really cold day, eh? The nice thing about this is it doesn't have to be lined up with anything, right? So it takes some of the pressure off when it comes to lining it up, which is kind of nice. Instead of trying to get it perfectly center somewhere, it doesn't matter. I can just chuck it down wherever it's gonna fit, which is pretty fun, I gotta say. Some more bubble popping, Jan. We're gonna have some more here too, because I'm gonna move this around. So I'm moving this around. It's gonna help it dry faster. It's gonna help bring some bubbles up to the top too, because they're not gonna be buried under a ton of heavy paint. And it's going to keep it from sliding around too much because it's fluid, right? I'm just going to try and pop some of these bubbles. Let's. It can be coffee. If you want it to be coffee. I'm a tea granny, though. I haven't been drinking as much tea lately, though. There we go. Got it. All right, well, let's see if any other bubbles pop up. They might here. All right. Oh, there's a big one over here, isn't there? You have a significantly more close-up view than I have. And I'm trying to look through the camera to see these bubbles. That looks like it's a bubble under there. Well, let's see. I do say A and how you been? How have you been? I do that, don't I? And I say A all the time. Oh, good, Clean. I'm glad you're still here. Good. I say A all the freaking time. How's the diamond painting going, Clean? This particular technique is how I set up all of my spacing. I start dotting at 12 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 3 o'clock, and 9 o'clock, and then I just start dividing those spaces in half. This is how I keep my symmetry. I don't ever look at, well, how many dots am I going to get around the outside? I just go with this and I figure out the spacing that I want when I get there. And if I'm not happy with the spacing when I get here, like if I wanted these dots to be closer together or further apart, then I could just wipe them off and start all over again. It's one of the nice parts about painting on ceramic is that the paint does come off easily before it's cured. Within the first couple of days, it comes off fairly easily. The longer you wait for it to dry, the tougher that is to get the paint off. But that's how you make these changes on the fly. All right, so now we go to cleans. Good, clean. You are too, Kitty Blue Eyes. That's awesome. Look at that, everybody just doing that, all their stuff all together. Hi, Tammy. How you doing, love? I've done nothing all day except watch football. Well, did you enjoy yourself, though? As long as you enjoyed yourself, that's all that matters. All right. Oops, sorry. Okay. Now we're going to do the walking dots around those ones there. Oh, good. I'm glad you're doing good, Tammy. All right. Now we go to blue. Okay. Oh, I got a great big bubble there too, don't I? Ooh, baby. Get ready, Jan. Here we go. It's gone. Let's get you. And you. And you. I think that's it. And you. And you. All right. I also don't know what my live schedule is going to be yet for this week. I'm going to work on that tonight, so I will put up a post in a little while. Oh, I was scared for a second. I thought I just put my hand in the paint from before. Oh, that scared me. I didn't like that. Didn't like that at all. Yes, Tammy, this is inspired by a card pull where the prompt was least favorite season. And for me, my least favorite season is winter. So we started putting this together, picking colors to make it look like it's just really cold. And then Jan had the brilliant idea of doing a bunch of little ones all over the mug to kind of make it look like a bunch of little snowflakes, which I think is spectacular. And it is turning out to be so fun. So what we're doing is doing 3 like this with this color combo, blue, white, silver, blue, white, and then I'm going to do another 3. So I've got 3 of them with the blue as the center dot. Then I'll have 3 with the silver as the center dot and 3 with the white as the center dot, all stamped all over this this lovely little mug, and see what we can do with it. Of course it is clean. You never have to worry about that. I'm going to be live here for about another 10 minutes, and then I will be live at some point tomorrow. I'm just not sure when yet, likely in the evening. I don't think it'll be till the evening. Oh, thank you, Lisa. That's so kind. Thank you for the rose. Yes, correct, clean. I am, we are done at 8 o'clock, so I'm going to finish this one, so it might be a few minutes longer than 8 o'clock, because I'm going to finish this particular little mandala, and then we will work on this again tomorrow. It's always possible. Don't ever be surprised if I do some impromptu lives. It's always possible that I'll hop on a live, other than the ones that I put on my schedule, but at least until I get the first pattern done. At least one pattern. It's probably not going to be too many lives over and above what I put in the schedule. Do you guys want to see a preview of the first pattern? I've got the piece sitting next to me, if you'd like to see it. So these patterns should be getting, this pattern for this one should be getting released in just a couple of weeks. So I'm revamping my entire Patreon to be almost like a, I don't like the word subscription, but a pattern subscription. Like you get a pattern, or pattern of the month club, I guess would be the better way of putting it. And I'm going to be creating patterns based on a lot of these designs that you guys have seen me do on these mugs. So I'll show you that. This is my card pull from my Dot Mandala inspiration deck that I made. I challenged myself to pull a card every day for 30 days. And this one is the card pull from day 12. And the prompt is my least favorite season. So in the deck that I made, there's 52 cards. So there's 52 word prompts. But then on the backs of the cards, there are also 52 unique images of my artwork that you could choose to take inspiration from the word prompt or from the picture on the card. I'll show you one as an example. If you've already placed your order for your Dot Mandala inspiration deck, I have excellent news. I'm super excited to let you know that I'm going to be placing the order with the manufacturer. So thank you to all of you who were part of the pre-order to help get to this point where I could order in some inventory. I'm going to be placing that order with the manufacturer on Monday. And I'll be ordering all of your mugs in. So they are getting very close to being in your hands. I'm going to have a few extras that'll come in. I'm going to try and order a few extra pieces of inventory when I do this one as well, so that I can just have a few on hand. But I don't know how many that's going to be, and I don't know how long it's going to be before I'm able to place another order. So just keep that in mind, that to get them into your hands as quick as possible, if that is the concern for you, I would highly recommend placing the order before midnight on Monday, so that it'll be part of that order on Tuesday that I make with the manufacturer. So I'm so excited to get them in and get them into your hands, you guys. I can't freaking wait. And with the Dot Mandala inspiration deck too, you get an invite to a private Facebook group where we're going to kind of do some challenges and just get some inspiration from each other and share kind of the journey. I expect that sometimes there's going to be a lot of, things that'll come up based on the prompt and what we create and all of that. And I think it's going to be a really fun space for some really interesting conversation based on what kind of comes up while we're working with the deck and creating different things. I really wanted it for accountability, and all of the word prompts are all prompts that I wanted to play with myself. So I really designed this from a very selfish point of view, the deck. Oh, yes, sorry, on Tuesday. Yes, so I'm going to be placing the order on Tuesday. So I'll just do these last few swoops here, you guys, and then I will show you the sneak peek of the first pattern. It's going to look familiar, and I think you're going to be happy. So yeah, I'm super pumped. So once I place the order with the manufacturer, it should be probably about 10 days to 2 weeks before I get them in my hands. Maybe a little bit longer, 2.5 weeks maybe. They're usually pretty quick. And then I'm going to get them packed up here and get them sent off to you. I can't freaking wait. Cannot wait. And again, thank you to everybody that's been part of the pre-order for having that faith in me that I was going to get to the order number that we needed, and that I was going to get some of these pre-sold so that I could bring them into inventory. I appreciate the faith you guys have in me. All right, so again, we're going to add in 6 more of this exact not this exact design. The pattern will be the same, but the colors will be different. I'm going to add in 3 with white in the center and 3 with silver in the center, and just change out. So wherever there's white, there might be blue, and vice versa. And we're going to cover this mug with that, so it's going to look like it's got a whole bunch of snowflakes on it. So we're going to keep working on that tomorrow. Like I said, the live will probably be in the evening. Now, dun 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 dun. Let me grab the first pattern. Are you ready? Are you ready? I'm so excited. It did. It went fast. I know. This live went really fast. So here we go, you guys. This is the first pattern. So the way that the patterns are going to be broken down, I'm going to have 3 different sizes of patterns that are going to be available. The first is going to be a 3 to 4 inch pattern. So for this particular one, imagine these circles are not there. That is your pattern. That center design, that is your 4-inch pattern. So every month, especially, so the way Patreon is going to work is every month you can get a 3 to 4 inch pattern, a 6 to 8 inch pattern, or a 10 to 12 inch pattern. So it can be anywhere in there. So what's going to happen though is the pattern is just going to be building on the smaller. So the 4-inch pattern is the start of the 6 and the 10-inch patterns as well. So we're building this out. We'll have, this is my mark for the end of my 6 to 8-inch pattern. So I'm going to fill it in up to here. And then we're going to continue on to a 10 to 12-inch pattern. So you'll have an option. You know, there's a lot of people who aren't going to want to paint a huge 12-inch mandala. You know, there might be a lot of people who just want to paint a whole bunch of mugs and flower pots and don't need something that big, and it wouldn't be useful to them. So I want to make sure there's options for that. One thing that will be available on the Patreon for some of the upper levels on that will be I'm going to do a live Zoom call with the Patreon members in those tiers. Once a month, it'll be a big group call. I'm going to do 2 different calls a month, so there's a couple different time zones. So you can join as many of them as you want. So you could potentially get on 2 Zoom calls where we'll go through what are you working on right now? What challenges are you having? Do you have any questions about the patterns that you're working on? All that sort of stuff, and kind of have some one-on-one, or not one-on-one, but a little bit more focused time with me and other people in that tier as well. So this is, again, when we get rid of these circles, this is your design for the 3 to 4 inch pattern. A 6 to 8 inch will be out to here. And then the 10 to 12 inch will cover this whole canvas. So this is what is going to fuel the Patreon going forward once this one is done. So hopefully just a couple more weeks until that will get done. Challenges Tequila and Top Dots who will survive, right? Wouldn't that be amazing? Hi, Elaine. Yeah, the tequila would melt my Top Dots. So also that's really important to know is if you use one of my patterns, if you paint it, you can sell it, I hope that I would get credit for the pattern, but if you paint it on something and you want to sell the something you painted on, you sell it. That's totally fine. So anyways, this is kind of where we're at right now. I'm going to be working on this for the next couple of days. I'm starting to work on the paperwork. There's a whole bunch of information I want to put into these patterns to give you lots and lots of information, and lots of resources as well. So I'm in the process of pulling all of that together. And then it is time to edit an absolute crap ton of photography to get photographs for in the patterns as well. They're going to be instant downloads, which is going to be nice and easy. So you'll be able to view them on your device, or you can print them off, whatever you want to do with that. So that is where, got the hiccups. That is where we are at for the patterns, which is, I'm really, really excited about. I feel like this one's coming along really well, and it's going to be a lot of fun. We call that dumb luck and trying many, many, many times, Cindy. I'm so glad you guys like it. So in the patterns, I list my tool sizes, what I'm doing for each one of them. I list the exact paint colors that I use, just so that you have somewhere to start. You don't have to use my colors by any stretch at all, but I will let you know everything that I use in the pattern and walk you through some of the basics too. So I'm super excited to get these done. Thanks, Paula. I love it. So, and this in Center Design was one of the first mugs that I've done with these new swoops that I've been doing on a bunch of the mugs. And it was done before I started doing the card pulls, but I really feel like it is the piece that felt very obviously pivotal, like a massive leap forward in growth and change in what I'm painting. So I feel like this is the perfect design to be my first pattern, which is going to be a huge pivot for me in my business. So it kind of seems to go together pretty well. And I love this one. So yes, this one is going to get resined. I was looking at it the other night, Paul, and I was like, oh, I don't think that I can take something this bright and this vibrant and only varnish it. I think it has to be resin. I think it has to. So what I'm thinking I'm going to do is I'm going to dome it to the edges, and then I'm going to paint the edges one of these colors, or maybe paint each edge a particular, a couple of the colors, and try and get all of these colors to go all the way around and see what I can do. I think it would be kind of cool. Thank you guys. And thank you, Barb, for mentioning that. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. Jack, you'll get the nerve. Don't worry. Just follow the fun. Release the need to create something good, quote unquote, and just play. Let yourself play. If you let yourself play, you will practice more. If you practice more, your skill will develop, but it has to be fun. So go easy on yourself, okay, Jack? I'm going to post my live schedule later on this evening, and we'll get to hang out a bunch later this week too. The center dot, I believe I did size 28. Yep, size 28 with lots of paint. There's the the aftermath of that one. So it's a size 28. Oh, thanks, Jack. Take care, you guys. Isn't Barb just absolutely amazing? Absolutely amazing, Patty. Barb's an absolute rock star. I am so grateful. I really can't say it enough. I cannot wait for the day when we can all gather together and paint and laugh and just finally meet each other face to face. That's going to be a good day. It's going to be a lot of fun. Take care, everybody. Thank you so much for coming to hang out. I really, really appreciate it. Yes, you are. Oh, no, not Bob Saget. Oh, that makes me so sad. Oh. Well, listen, guys. Please take care of yourselves. I hope to see you again later this week. I'm going to be, like I said, posting the live schedule, so we'll hang out again very, very soon and keep working on more of these mugs. I'm going to start the darkness mug soon too, so I'm really excited for that one. And I hope that you'll join me. I love you guys. Take care of yourselves. Please be safe. Bye.